What's up, you guys? It's your boy Henry back with some straight facts about making money, investing in the stock market, and today I'm doing an update on NEO stock. I've been making all the right calls, guys, and I'm not a genius. I'm not always right because we are dealing with the stock market, but oh boy, my research is making my YouTube smash bros and girls tons of money. Oh, and you know how to qualify for being a smash bro? By smashing the smash button. Okay, enough about smashing. It's time to discuss what is going on with NEO. Is Tesla getting scared of NEO? And what I see happening next for NEO stock. Although NEO is a great stock I've invested in at $11 per share and made videos on, don't be this guy. All right, half joking, but I'm going to say this first and not later. NEO can make you rich and is one of the best investments for EVs and a good play on China since US stocks don't have a lot of exposure to China, but we gotta position it right because this isn't a low risk stock. 10% of your portfolio is probably the max and maybe 15% if you're feeling in the gambling mood. Am I nuts? No, take a look at Cathie Wood's and the videos that I just made recently about Cathie Wood's and her ARK funds, and I'm gonna be making another video on ARK-K. I went over the top 10 holdings and it looks like this. The top position never exceeds 10%. Are you surprised? It's usually very smart to be diversified, and Cathie Wood's and her fund knows this. That's why they don't take positions that are over 10%. It is generally a rule for a lot of different funds. Okay, let's move on to why this stock went up so much before we discuss where it will be in the next few weeks and maybe potential couple months. In a note released before the market opened on Tuesday, UBS analyst Paul Gong upgraded NEO to neutral from sell and raised his price target to $16.30 from $1. How does that make any sense? This analyst was bearish on NEO not long ago. While he didn't go as far as rated a buy, he just upgraded it, representing a significant change. And what really actually surprised me, because analysts don't go from $1 to $16.30. That's like having watermelon and sugar together. I couldn't think of anything better. What I think is happening is the analyst sees the fundamentals are changing, and most importantly, the fundamentals are improving. Gong noted that NEO's sales volume recovered nicely in the second quarter, and the company guided to continued sales strength in Q3. NEO also delivered on its promise to improve gross margin, and this really made a difference for the analyst because he stated that a successful capital raise in June has fixed his prior concerns about NEO potentially having balance sheet issues. To put that in layman's terms, the analyst was afraid NEO has too much debt and liabilities and not enough money. Well, NEO has started to prove itself, so the analyst changed his mind significantly. And Henry, is this a significant change though? Like, this analyst, is he actually credible? The answer is kind of. Analysts are right 50% of the time and wrong 50% of the time, and you can see why I don't really follow analysts or work on Wall Street anymore myself, but I do like to do my own research and compare my thoughts against others and see where it comes differently from their thoughts to mine. Did I say that sentence correctly? And for this stock, I have to agree with the analyst's new opinion. I've been saying NEO has huge potential, specifically because the Chinese consumer has so much extra cash to spend on luxuries, and the NEO vehicles are the Tesla of China. Plus, I mentioned multiple times, the government is supporting NEO's endeavors, so I place some extra stability on China's support. Next, you know Uncle Henry trades options for a living, so I'm going to be discussing technicals on this stock and the ridiculousness I see with the options right now. I mean, you'll see in just a few minutes, some people are 10x on their money just today on Tuesday with the calls that they bought. Let's jump into a screen share and look at the charting real quick so I can show you guys exactly what Uncle Henry is looking at. What's up, you guys? So let's take a look at the chart, and we're going to be looking at the NEO chart. And I did something kind of different this time because usually I compare a stock in tandem, kind of like single-handedly alone. I look at the stock and I look at the RSI and I look at the moving average. But what I'm doing right now, and I think you guys will enjoy this, is I'm putting NIO in comparison to Tesla. And as you know, if you watch my channel, if you don't live under a rock, Tesla is really killing it, and it has gone up 152% in just the last 3 months. Now, that is astronomically high, but when I take a look at NIO, it is insane because it's pretty much double. I mean, 394. Wait, I'm sorry, that is double. So it is, okay, so looking at Tesla is a monster stock, and looking at NIO, it's double the monster. So what I'm saying here, guys, is that I really look for momentum, and I'm looking at NIO stock, and it has very strong momentum. I mean, take a look at the moving day average. It is a 30-day moving average, and NIO has literally never touched this 30-day moving average, which is a very good thing. It means that, you know, a lot of investors are interested in purchasing the stock and kind of being along for the ride. And with the exception of here, I don't even think it touched, but I think it was close to touching. You know, it has really exploded. And, you know, part of me thinks that, you know, this is kind of justified because NIO has a lot of good news, but at the same time, this one analyst raised his price target, and all of a sudden, I mean, we went from 281% to 394%. And that is just such a huge difference. Now, again, that is from the starting point here. So the real difference is only this 20%. But still, a 20% pop just from one analyst, it does kind of seem absurd to me. Now, what I'm saying here, guys, and before you get pissed at me like, oh, Henry's not a NIO bull anymore, I'm still bullish long term. What I'm saying here, guys, though, is there's a little bit of a disconnect for me, at least, with the long-term picture and the short-term picture. And I'm going to be painting that as we go from Yahoo Finance to bar charts to Robinhood. So I really want to paint the picture of why I am bullish long term, but also what I do see happening short term. Now, taking a look quickly at the RSI is 75, and it is getting close to that 80% oversold area. And if you look here, it's very fine, but there's like a little bluish area right here. And that's because at a certain point, it was overbought. Like right here, it was saying that it was in overbought levels, and it was actually correct because NIO did have some sell-off thereafter and some consolidation. And now we're kind of approaching that 80 mark again, which, you know, it does happen, right? I mean, for Tesla, it's happening. For Shell, it's happening. And stocks do tend to be good swing trades when they do go to those higher levels. But to be honest, like I said, I'm going to be selling half of my position tomorrow. I do want to take profits, and part of the reason I'm also taking profits is because I want to create a very high quality online options course, and that's going to take a lot of money and time, and I really need the cash. So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be selling 50%, but I'm still bullish long term, but not so much short term. And let's go over into bar charts real quick to see what has happened with the options. So I'm really doing this because I want you guys to see what is potentially possible when you trade options. Now, as you guys know, if you watch my channel, I'm mostly a fan of selling options because I like collecting money. I like collecting the money and, you know, getting paid. But there is sometimes nothing wrong with buying call options, especially when you're super bullish on a stock, because, you know, they're not so expensive. If we take a look, the percentage change can be absolutely astronomical. I mean, look, these options have more than doubled, and if you go closer to the 18 area, they have, you know, went up 1,000%, and in some cases nearly 2,000%. So you can 10x your money or almost 20x your money, but this isn't going to happen all the time. This isn't a likely event. This isn't an everyday event, and the reason why it's so high is because no one could have predicted this. I mean, there is no options traders that knew this would happen. And just as an example, what I might do in this situation, because guys, this has already happened, and I'm trying to show you what is possible with buying call options occasionally. But, you know, what I would do from this situation is it's already at 17, it's in the high 17s, and I bought in the low 11s, and I recommended it to you guys in the low 11s. I think it's either time to start taking the profits, or if you're really into NIO, you have cash and you just believe in the story, nothing wrong with that. I love NIO long term. Then you can buy 100 shares of the stock, and then you can start doing something like selling covered call options and collecting money. So looking at the bid and ask, what I would do is I would just go to maybe like the 19. And as you can see here,
you can get paid $70 today for selling the 19 call option, basically generating $70 for doing pretty much nothing. And that's kind of how I would go about it at this point. I think it's, in my opinion, late to be buying call options. I mean, could it go up? Absolutely. Nobody knows. This is the stock market, right? But in my opinion, things are getting a little pricey for me. But I am looking at the volume, and holy smokers, this ain't no jokers, like Jeremy says. I don't really watch his channel, but I've seen that opener. I find it so hilarious. Holy smokers, this ain't no jokers. But like, I need to come up with my own thing. Holy moly, guys, look at that. 145,000 contracts were traded, and that is insane amounts of volume, and almost all of the volume came just today. I mean, it is really a good time to be trading options for NEO if you know what you're doing, but I don't recommend just kind of going crazy with options. You should first kind of maybe join my Patreon, learn more about options trading, paper trade. I mean, do almost anything, and like, you know, maybe spend a little bit of money, like $10 a month is fine, compared to jumping in and paying 144 and potentially losing all of it. You should really know what you're doing before you're trading options, and you should just really educate yourself and not rush into it. Options are not something simple, and that's why I'm going to be building the course, because options are literally one of the most technical things, but I think they're quite easy if you actually spend some time and you're patient about it. So anyways, that's my rant, but let's go from Yahoo Finance to bar charts to Robinhood. So what I really want to show you guys on Robinhood and give you a quick explanation is that a lot of investors, they don't want to be trading weekly options like what I do on Patreon. I do weekly options because I find it really fun to kind of make weekly income. It's almost like I have workers that are working for me, making me money. And sometimes I do it monthly because let's say I'm really busy and I don't want to trade weekly, then I'll do monthly. But what a lot of investors do is they trade a year out or 6 months out. So taking a look at the January 15, 2021, I know for a fact that a lot of people are looking into January because it's a popular date. I mean, a lot of people want to go 4 months out at this point, and they want to kind of bet on NEO long term. And I've done a little bit of digging before I obviously made this video for Robinhood at least. So looking at the 25, and I'm doing the 25 because it's quite a bit out of the money from the 18 current price, but I definitely see a healthy amounts of volume and a healthy open interest with really good volatility. I mean, 100 is really good volatility. So what I'm saying here, guys, is that there's a lot of people that are betting long-term on NEO. They're looking at January and they're saying, hey, I want a piece of the action. I want to kind of bet a little bit longer term. And basically, I think this is a very bullish indicator. So when it comes to these 3 things that I discussed, basically 3 sources of information from my experience are telling me this stock is going up tremendously fast, and it's a great time to trade options if you want to be risky. But from my standpoint, it might be time to take a little bit of profits in the short term. But if you're a long-term investor, yeah, you can probably get in if you're a long-term investor and you believe in NEO and you think that they could have Tesla-like returns, which they already do. I mean, the stock is already doing better than Tesla at this point. And I think the Chinese consumer is really noticing and spending the money on NEO. So when it comes to long-term investing, what I'm doing personally, because I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not going to advise people what to do. I'm holding half of my position tomorrow, but I'll be selling the other half. So I made a video. I can put in the cards where the cards above. So you can look in the above. I'll do a suggestion right now. It's basically when I said, like, I put in $25,000 into NEO. So it has grown quite significantly, and I'm going to be just taking the profits at this point and leaving half my position. All right, guys, so we're going to be jumping right back into the video, and I have some more things to discuss here.
Wow, guys. So as you could tell, there is a whole bunch of stuff that I am watching on NEO. Is it a safe stock? No. It's definitely running up a little bit on me, and I'm going to be cutting half of my position. Now, don't take that too seriously, because another reason that I want to sell half of my position is because I'm going to be spending a lot of money on building an options trading course for you guys. So I need the cash to invest into that, and I'm also planning on going very high quality, so I'm going to be needing a lot of money. It's going to take me about 60 days, but if you guys want to give me your email early, I'm going to have a free sign up link so you guys can just get updates in my description below. Also, Webull promotion is actually ending on August 31st because I think I got an email from them. So get a free stock for just signing up. You literally don't have to do much besides sign up, and you get your second free stock up to $1,400 when you deposit just $100. It's similar to Robinhood, but they hook you up with 2 free stocks, link in my description. Either way, I'm so proud of my subscribers and the growth on this channel. We just hit 30,000 subscribers. I seriously can't believe that. I love you guys so much, and I'm so happy for everyone that's making money, everyone that's learning about the stock market, and I just couldn't be happier for everyone that's learning how to invest from me. I love you all, and I love making content on YouTube and being an educator. I literally have the best job and the dopest followers on earth. Here is my Insta if you want to follow me there, and I just really have one more thing to tell you guys. Be aggressive in learning, but be safe in investing. I'll see you guys soon. Fist pump.
No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle.